Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start with section 4.5 practice. The initial polygon I'm calling polygon orange, and I've started my table T, X, H, and K, and I'm going with orange as my initial one. This is my algebraic expression. It's y comma negative x. I've selected purple for my next polygon, and let's go ahead and start pulling coordinates. Okay, so my x-axis values are going to be 5 for T, 3 for K, 6 for H, and 8 for X. And then my Y values are going to be 2 for T, -1 for X, -3 for both H and K. That's not a -3, that's a K. So -3 for K. So double checking, I have 5, 2, right? That checks. I have X is 8, -1, 8, -1, H is 6, 6, -3, and K is 3, -3. That checks out. Okay, so my prime values are going to be, so my comparison for my primes are going to be derived from my algebraic description. All my x's are going to be the y values. It should be this color. All my y values from my new coordinate pair after the transformation are going to be, all my x values for my new coordinate pair are going to be all of my y values from my original before the transformation, and all my y values are going to be the opposite of my x values from the original pair. And this is going to end up being x comma y. Okay, so my x values are my old y values, so I'm just going to take my old y values and transpose them. It's going to be 2, -1, -3, and -3. And then my y values are going to be the opposite of my x values. So it's going to be -5, -8, -6, -3. I'm going to plot those. So we have 2 and then -5. That's T prime. And we have -1, -8. That's way down here. Is that 8? Yeah, that's 8. -1, -8. That's way down here. That's x prime. And then we have -3 and -6. It's H prime. And then we're going to have -3 and -3, and that's K prime. Let me pull out a straight edge, and I'll make those connections. And there's my rotation of 90 degrees clockwise. Okay, so that is done. Check that one off. Okay, my next one is a simple. Let me go grab another pen. I'll be right back in 20 seconds. Alright, so my next one is a simple transformation. So I'm not even going to use a table for this. I know that I have to shift my x values 3 to the left because this is negative, and I have to shift my y values 5 up because that is positive. So I'm going to start with k. Negative 3, 2, 3, and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is k double prime. H, negative 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. H double prime. X, negative 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. X double prime. And then T, negative 3, 1, 2, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Double check that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 double prime. So that's T double prime. T double prime. I'm going to put those together. And there is my final transformation for number 1. Okay, moving on to number 2. Hopefully I can stretch the camera out far enough. There we go. Okay, so number 2. We'll use this as my green. My first one is green. Okay, and my second one I'll use as orange. Right, my first one's just a simple translation. Okay, so I'm just going to use coordinate counting to figure this one out. I'll start with my M coordinate, and I'll start going down first. Why not? Right, I'll go down and then down 8 and then over 10. Right, so I'm going to go down 8, over to the right 10. So this is down and over. Right, down and over to the right. So down 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and over 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is M prime. Okay, if I don't want to mess up my chart too much, I can say that this is 5. 5 minus 8 is negative 3. Right, and then I can go 10, negative 3 plus 10 is 7, so that is my H prime. Okay, and then X, I can go X minus 8, 4 minus 4 is negative 4, so negative 4, negative, that's negative, so 6 plus 10 is negative 4. I'll just count in case I'm not sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so there we go, and that is X prime. X prime, I'm just going to erase this guy, because why not? Alright, so there's that guy erased, and now I have my new triangle, or my translated triangle. That makes sense. It's about 3-ish, and that looks like it's about the right proportions. Okay, then I have this guy. I'm going to make this guy burgundy. This guy's going to be burgundy. Right? This is XY, stay in the same location, and the negative sign, and it goes across the Y. That means this, all the X values stays the same, and the Y's shift. So this is going to be a reflection across the X axis. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and keep the X's the same and ride the X values to the new Y values. Right, so X is going to ride 4. X prime is going to ride 4 from negative 4 to positive 4. All right, this is going to be x double prime. H is going to ride 7 from negative 3 to 3. H double prime. M is going to ride 9 from negative 5 to positive 5. And that's M double prime. Connect the dots. That's a little shaky. And that's my new, it bothers me. That bothers me. Connect the dots. That was pretty good. This one was okay. This one was a little off. The dots. Right, so that's a little bit better. Right, so that is the how you do number 2. That one was a little bit faster. Not very many tables involved with that one. Okay, moving on to the next page. This one is 3 transformations. Takes up a little bit more space. Maybe I have to zoom out. Maybe not. A little puffy. Let's see how I can figure this one out here. Okay, maybe I can do this. Okay, maybe take it up a wee bit. Up a wee bit. I have to hold this funny for a while. Okay. All right, so my first one is negative x, negative y, and that is a reflection. Actually, that is a 180-degree rotation. All right, so let's go ahead and rotate that 180 degrees. I'm going to use a table for that. Rotations are a little goofy. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and call this my original. My original is going to be green. Okay, my original is going to be green. And I'm going to go L. Is that 2 H's? That's 2 H's. This should be a Y. Well, can you imagine that? A typo. Imagine that. All right, so we have L. We have L, H, Y, B. L. Oh, you can't see that. I got to move it over. L, H. That's not an H, that's a Y. L, H, Y, B. And then let's go ahead and pull the X's. I should shift this down. L, H, Y, B, the X, and the Y. Okay, so my L coordinate is -9. H coordinate is -6. My B coordinate is -11. And my Y coordinate is -7. Okay, Y coordinates. L is -2. H is -5. Y is -7. -7, -7, okay, and B is -6. All right. So my first is going to be negative x, comma negative y, and I'm going to use orange. So my x, comma y coordinates are going to be, I'm flipping them both. No, I'm keeping them both, but I'm flipping them. I'm flipping the signs. So it's going to be 9, 6, 7, and 11, 2, 5, 7, and 6. Let me plot that. Okay, so 9 and 2. 9 and 2 is L prime. Okay, and then I'm going to do 6 and 5. 6 and 5 is H prime. 7 and 7. 7 and 7 is Y. And 11 and 6. 11 and 6 is B prime. Okay, so let me get out my straight edge here. Okay, let's see, I got like 2 there. Yeah, maybe I went a little fat on that, but that's all right. That's why it looks a little fatter. Okay. I'm gonna fix that. It does look a little bit fatter. On that curve. Okay, here we go. All right, so that, let's see, we got 2. All right, that looks like it is correct. All right, so the next one we're gonna do is we're gonna looks like we're gonna be rotating this. Nope, it's like we're gonna be reflecting this. We'll be reflecting this across the x-axis, right? Looks like this thing. We'll do this in green. Nope, we already used green. We're gonna do this in blue. Do this in blue, and the y values are gonna change. X-axis is gonna stay the same. This is H prime. Move this over here to make it easier to read. Okay, and let's go ahead and move it over. Okay, so these are going to again ride the x values, and the h values are just going to reflect, or the y values are going to reflect to their opposite in value. Okay, so h is going to ride the 6 to -5 to -5. That's going to be h prime. Y is going to ride 7 to -7. This is going to be y double prime. C is going to ride 9 to -2. And then B is going to ride 11 to -6. That's going to be B double prime. Okay, and then I'm going to connect all these together like this. And there is our final, our last one for that. All right, finally, we're going to do a translation and recognize that we run out of space. The updated one in the updated books gives us enough space, but unfortunately, we're going to have to make a little bit extra coordinate plane out here, extend our coordinate plane a little bit to 16 for this. Okay, so we're going to go, our x is going to go over and our y is going to go up. I wonder how long you guys couldn't see that. How long, guys, could you guys not see that? I don't know. I wonder. Anyway, I don't know how long I had moved that. But anyway, so our could go up and over. Okay, so that's our 5 and that's our 7. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and move over 5, 1. So we're going to add 5 to 9, and that's going to make 9 plus 5 is 14. And then we're going to go up 7. 9 plus 5 is 14. And we're going to go up 7 plus 2 plus negative 2 is 5. So we're going to be right there with C prime. Make that C triple prime. C triple prime. Why did I start calling this C? Well, it's L. It's L triple prime. L triple prime. Okay. And then we're going to have B. This one's the one that goes off the map. Alright, this one's going to be, B is going to go over 7 from 11 to 7 to 18. That's 16, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to go over to, we'll call that, and go up. Oh, it's going to go up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's going to go up from negative 6 to 7. It's going to go up to 11. It's going to go up to negative 6 to 7. It's going to go up to 1. We'll call that B triple prime. And then we're going to go H. Going to go over 5 on H. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go up 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then that's going to be Y triple prime. And then H. Or Y is going to go up. No, it's H triple prime. H triple prime. And then Y is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then up 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that's going to be Y triple prime. And we'll connect all those together. And we ran out of grid on this one, but that's all right. We'll make do. And there's your answer. So that's what it looks like when it's all said and done. That's on the 5. Yeah, that's on the 5. Okay. All right. So finally, the last one. Last one. There's 3 of them. I'm gonna start with dark, and I'm just gonna move this one over from X to minus 7. Minus 7 is this way. Plus 7 is this. Plus 5 is that way. So negative 4, negative 3. That's negative 3 plus 5 is gonna be at 8. All right. So that's H. Negative 7, that's going to be put negative 5, plus 5, that's going to be put me at 2. That's going to be, so that's going to be N prime, H prime, and then R minus 7, so negative 2, plus 5 is going to put me at 1. So that's R prime. Draw my lines. Okay, there are my lines. This one's done. Okay, now it's going to be, this is a Y and an X flopping, and then the negative sign is in front of the Y, so this is going to be a counterclockwise rotation of 90 degrees. I'm going to do a table for this one. Okay, so my N prime, H prime, R prime points are, I'm going to go negative 5, negative 3, and negative 2. I'm going to go 8 for H, negative or 2 for N, and 1 for R. Okay, my comparison is negative y comma x, and I'm going to turn it green. So my new xy coordinates. Okay, my x I'm going to pull from the opposite of my y from my last one. Okay, so this is going to be -2, -8, -1. My y's are going to get pulled from my x's, not changing the sign, so it's going to be -5, -3, -2. So these are my new points that I'm going to plot. All right, so I got -2, -2, and -5. -2 and -2. Wait a minute, did I make a mistake here? -5 and 2. Oh yeah, I was plotting wrong. -2 and -5. That is my new n coordinate. And I have -8 and -3. That is my new h coordinate. And then that's going to be double prime. And then I'm going to have -1 and -2. And that is going to be my new r double prime. And then I'm going to go ahead and draw these two connecting. These two connecting. And then these two connecting. And then that will be that. That's that one. And then I have a blue, another translation, x plus 11, y plus 4. So I get 11 this way and 4 this way. So -2 plus 11 is 9, and then 4 up. That's going to put me there. That's r double prime, triple prime actually. 8, -8 plus 11 is 3, and then plus 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to put me right there. Alright, so that's going to be h triple prime, and let's see. And then we have wait a minute. Looks like I'm off 1. I think for my transformation. And then we have n moving over 11. Okay, and 11 over this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I think my r coordinate's off. My r coordinate's wrong. Let me double check my r coordinate. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2. Oh, this r coordinate was wrong, I think. This r coordinate was wrong. This should be 1. That was where my mistake was made. Look at that. Look at that. I traced it all the way back there. That's 1, which means this should be 1. I changed shape, which means this should be 1. I should have caught that earlier. That should be here. Means that should be here. That should be here. And that should be like this. Okay. this. Okay. Wait. Yeah, 1, 5. N coordinate. No, that was my n coordinate. Right, let me plot this one correctly. This one was wrong. Okay. N should have been 1, 5. Negative 1, comma 5. R should have been negative 1, comma 2. Negative 1, comma 2. R should have been negative 1, comma 2. Negative 1, comma 2. And R should have been negative 1, negative 5. And 8. Negative 2, negative 5. That's the one that's wrong. Negative 2, negative 5. 2, negative 5. That's the one that's wrong. 2, negative 5. That's where I messed up. Negative 2, negative 5. That's the one that's wrong. Okay. Negative 2, that's where it messed up. Negative 2, negative 5, and then H is still negative 8, negative 3. So one little mistake. One little mistake throws you off. Negative 8, negative 3. Negative 8, negative 3. And that point was off too. Look at that. Man, oh man, it's good. When you're hurrying to get to all this done, it sent me back. Okay, so that's correct. That's correct. All right, now we can keep going here. Okay, so this is n prime, this is r prime, and this is h prime. Okay, now we can do this better. Okay, thought something looked funny there when I was putting all this together. Okay, so now I can go h is 11 over, and it'll be 4 up. That'll put me right here. And that'll be h triple prime. These are double primes over here. Okay, and then my n will be 11 over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 4 up. 1, 2, 3, 4. That'll be right there. That'll be n triple prime, and then this one will be r 11 over, so it'll put me at 10, and then 4 up. That'll put me at 2. So right there. There we go. That puts us there. That's r triple prime. Sorry about that mistake. I wonder how many of you guys caught that before I did and were yelling at the computer or shaking your head that Mr. Spiker did it again. But that just goes to show you, if you hurry in, you're making the mistakes, and it ends up taking you longer to catch your mistakes and fix them. So there you have it, section 4.5. Hope that helped you.